Hello guys, this is Sushant and welcome to your channel which is Sci Engineers. We have been uploading videos for the MHCET preparation for the year 2020. We have uploaded many videos related to the topic of mathematics. In the last video we had discussed on the topic which was indefinite integration, and this is going to be the continuation part for it. So those who are new to the channel, you can just check out that particular video, and also please check out our playlist for MHCET which has over 50 plus videos related to mathematics section. So like our videos, share our videos, and do subscribe to our channel, and to never miss a notification from our channel, please do hit the bell icon which is just beside the subscribe button. In the current scenario, please do stay safe. So let's get going. In the last video, we had given you two questions to solve so that you can just have a practice of it. So these are the two questions, and we'll be providing you the solution in this particular section. So we have integration of dx upon x log x raised to m. Basically, we are going to be substituting log x because the derivative of log x is 1 by x. So we'll be having this integration as integration dt. So dt is going to be nothing but dx by x, and this is going to be t raised to m. So this is going to be nothing but integration of t raised to minus m dt. So we know that this integration is nothing but t raised to minus m plus 1. So it's going to be nothing but log x raised to minus m plus 1 upon minus m plus 1 plus c. So you can see it's nothing but your option C. Next, moving on to the next one, we have the value of log. So this is again the integration which is asked, and we need to find what is going to be the solution for it. So let us say that I am taking this e raised to minus x, I am just converting it to 1 by e raised to x, and we'll be getting this as, basically it's in the denominator, I'm going to get e raised to x the whole square, plus this 2 will become 2 into e raised to x, and e raised to minus x will be becoming 1, and that e raised to x will go in the numerator. So this is what the integration will look like. After this, what we can see is that this becomes e raised to x upon e raised to x plus 1 the whole square. So if I just substitute e raised to x plus 1 as t, we have the derivative. So this is of the form 1 upon t square. So we know that integration of 1 upon t square is nothing but minus 1 by t. So we are getting the answer as minus 1 by t, but t we know we have substituted as 1 plus e raised to x. So it's minus 1 by 1 plus e raised to x plus c. So we see that there is no such option given to us. So that's why we go for the option D. So starting with the first question for this particular video, we have integration of root of x square plus 1 ln x square plus 1 minus 2 ln x upon x raised to 4. So you can see that this particular integration is quite complicated. So whenever such type of integration is given, you try to solve the ln x first. So we can use the property of ln x. We know that 2, when it is multiplied with ln x, the 2 basically goes in the raised to part, and we have a sign minus between the two lns, so that means it's like division. So rewriting the integration, so integration becomes, we have the root of x square plus 1 as it is, then in this case I am getting this as ln of x square plus 1 upon x square. So this is basically the square bracket which we have solved, upon x raised to 4. Now what is going to be the substitution is what we have to see. We can see that inside this we are having x square plus 1 upon x square. Here inside the root I am getting x square plus 1. So let's try to bring a x square in the denominator for that also. So we can bring the x square when we are taking one of the x from x raised to 4. So if I am taking one of the x inside it, I will be getting this as, since that x is entering a root sign, it becomes a square when it enters. So that's why it becomes x square plus 1 upon x square. The ln remains as it is, and the dx will go with x cube. So now what we can see is this x square plus 1 upon x square is basically can be written as 1 plus 1 upon x square. So we can take this as t. If I find the derivative of it, it becomes minus 2 upon x cube. So that minus 2 goes that side, it becomes dx by x cube as dt by minus 2. So we have substitution for this and we have substitution for this. So my integration changes to integration of root t ln t, and this is dt and minus half. So we are getting this term. After this, we again need to make one more substitution because this is going to be difficult to solve. So what we can do is we can take ln t is equal to u and t is equal to e raised to u. So we get the derivative of this. So dt becomes e raised to u du. So my integration changes to minus half integration. So instead of t, I'm writing e raised to u. So that becomes e raised to u by 2 because of the root. The ln t becomes u. The dt becomes e raised to u. So e raised to u into e raised to u by 2 becomes e raised to 3u by 2. So this becomes the solving part for the integration. So it's a UV rule basically which is to be applied over there. So how do we apply the UV rule? We can just use this direct method for finding the UV rule. So the direct method is as in this way. So basically what we do is we take the derivative, the term whose derivative we need to find on the left hand side, and the term whose integration is to be found on the right hand side. So we know that by Liet rule we have to find the derivative of u and we need to find the integration of this. So we'll write the derivative one here, that is u here, and we'll write the integration one here. Now we will take the derivative as such. So derivative of u is going to be 1. This is basically going to be derivative with respect to u because that's what the integration is all about. If I take one more derivative, it's going to be 0. Now integration is also with respect to u. So integration of this is going to be e raised to 3u by 2, 2 by 3, and one more integration. So that's 4 by 9, e raised to 3u by 2. So after this, what we do is we make these arrows and we write plus, minus. So this plus means basically this product is going to be positive, and this minus means this product is going to be negative. So the answer can be directly written as 2 by 3 u e raised to 3u by 2 minus 4 by 9 e raised to 3u by 2 plus c. So we can see that e raised to 3u by 2 can be taken outside, even 2 by 3 can be taken outside. So we have 2 by 3 outside, and we also have this half basically outside. So let's write it as minus half, which is present, and we have taken e raised to 3u by 2 outside, and inside we'll be having this as u minus this becomes 2 by 3. So this term gets cancelled out and plus c. So we need to now just substitute the values. So we have this as is equal to, so e raised to 3u by 2. So e raised to u is t. So this becomes t raised to 3 by 2. But t is 1 plus 1 by x square. So that's why it can be written as minus 1 plus 1 by x square raised to 3 by 2. U is ln t, but t is this, so we'll write this as ln of 1 plus 1 by x square minus 2 by 3 plus c. Now if I take LCM of this, it's going to be x square plus 1 upon x square, and when the 3 by 2 is applied, it's going to be x cube. So we basically have x square plus 1 raised to 3 by 2, and this is x cube, and we have this 3 also present, so it's x square plus 1 raised to 3 by 2, 3x cube, and let's take the minus sign inside, so this becomes minus ln, and this is plus 2 by 3. So if you just compare the answer, it's nothing but your option C. So moving on to the next one, we have tan x minus alpha into tan x plus alpha into tan 2x dx is equal to. Now this, if you just directly go and apply or directly go and solve this, it's going to be difficult to solve. Basically what you have to do is you have to just look out for the options. So options are basically talking about ln of sec. So we have the ln of sec term. So you just need to recollect what basically gives you the integration as ln of sec. So that again you can see it's nothing but if I take integration of tan, I get ln sec as the answer. So if I want that the lns is going to be of these three terms, so basically I need that the tan should be separated out. So that might just click a basic method which we have learned. That is, when we have a product of tan, like tan A into tan B into tan C, we had a method which we had learned. So let's try to apply that. So we can write this as 2x. The 2x can be written as x minus alpha plus x plus alpha. So you can see we have just represented these three angles because these are the three angles which are present inside tan. So these are the three angles which are there, and now I'm taking tan on both sides. So if I'm taking tan on both sides, this becomes tan 2x is equal to, it's going to be tan of a plus b. So tan of a plus b is nothing but tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. So if I cross multiply, I'll be getting this as tan 2x minus this thing, the product basically. So I'll be getting this as tan 2x minus tan 2x tan x minus alpha tan x plus alpha is equal to, I'll be getting this addition, that is tan x minus alpha plus tan x minus alpha. So this is tan x plus alpha and plus tan x minus alpha. So basically you're getting this thing because the integration is asked for this. So this term can be equated to tan 2x minus tan x minus alpha, x plus alpha minus tan x minus alpha. So basically if I want to find the integration of this, it's same as finding integration of this. So we now know that the integration of tan 2x is nothing but ln sec 2x, and we'll have the half also outside. So if I'm having a half, that means it's nothing but root of sec 2x. The integration of tan x plus alpha is going to be ln sec x plus alpha, and in a similar manner it's going to be ln sec x minus alpha. So applying the property of ln, we can see that the answer is nothing but B. Moving on to the next one, we have I is equal to integration sin x plus sin cube x upon cos 2x dx, and this is equal to p cos x plus q ln of f of x plus c. So in the options they have given the values of p and q, and also they have given the values of f of x. So basically I need to bring this integration, I have to solve this integration and I have to bring it down into this particular format. So let's try to concentrate on the term which is there. So in this, what I'm going to do is I'm taking the sin x common. So if I'm taking the sin x common, this becomes 1 plus sin square x upon this thing. I'm going to be converting this to cos, that is cos 2x formula I'm going to convert into the double angle formula. So cos 2x can be written as 2 cos square x minus 1. So the same way we can convert this sin x, sin square x also into cos. So that is nothing but 1 minus cos square x. So that becomes 2 minus cos square x, and outside the bracket I am having sin x. So the reason why I have converted everything to sine, you can see that along with dx we have the sine term. So this might be a hint for you that if my along with the dx I'm getting a sine x, so it's better to convert everything in other than that into cos x, because we can then use the substitution. So you can see that if I substitute cos x, I get minus sin x. So my integration changes to a minus because of the substitution which we are doing. So I'm getting the minus sign outside. Integration, it's going to be 2 minus t square upon 2t square minus 1 into dt. So we need to find the division by this, that is, so we have to divide t square minus 2, I'm taking the minus inside, upon 2t square minus 1. So if I just divide it, I'll be getting this as 1 by 2 outside. So 1 by 2 into this, so it's going to be t square minus half. So the t square gets cancelled out. So we have minus 2 plus half, which becomes minus 3 by 2. So that's the remainder. So basically my integration changes to integration of the quotient, that is half, and minus 3 by 2, that's the remainder, upon 2t square minus 1. So this is what we are getting. So now after this, if I take the integration of this half, I'm going to get half. So it's going to be integration of dt, so that's going to be t minus the 3 by 2 outside, and integration of 1 upon 2t square minus 1 dt. So this is what I'm going to get. After this, so we have half t minus 3 by 2. Let's take the 2 outside, so it becomes 3 by 4. So it becomes integration of 1 upon t square minus half. So I'm writing this half as root. So this integration, we know that it is 1 upon a square minus b square. So just concentrating on that. So 1 upon a square minus b square is going to be nothing but ln of t minus 1 by root 2 upon t plus 1 by root 2. So that root 2 goes over there. So it's become root 2t minus 1 upon root 2t plus 1. And we know that t we have substituted as cos x. So it becomes root 2 cos x minus 1 root 2 cos x plus 1. So that's nothing but your option D. So we see that. So next we move on to the next one, which is sin raised to 6x plus cos raised to 6x plus 3 sin square x cos square x dx is equal to. Now we can see in the solution, or the options which are given, it's quite simple options which are given to us. And this is very complicated. So we need to first simplify this. So how do we simplify? What we can do is we can write this sin raised to 6x as sin square x the whole cube, and the same thing goes with that. So we have this thing as a cube plus b cube form, and writing the remaining thing. So a cube plus b cube is nothing but a plus b, so that's going to be sin square x plus cos square x. We know that's 1, so that's simply just 1. So a plus b, that is a cube plus b cube formula, so a plus b, and a square, so a square is nothing but sin square x, let's write it as sin square x the whole square, plus ab, so that's sin square cos square, and plus b cube, b square, sorry. So that's going to be cos square x into the whole square. sorry, there's a minus sign this. So the formula is basically a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. And we have this term which is 3 sine square x cos square x. So now we know that this becomes 1. So let's just eliminate that thing. And we know this addition is going to be becoming, this becomes plus 2. So let's just remove this thing also. So we see that this is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square. So again it is sine square x plus cos square x the whole square, which again is 1. So it's 1 square and I need to find the integration of 1. So that's nothing but x. So just simply analyzing the solution as well as the answer question which is given, we can have a hint how to solve the particular integration. Moving on to the next one, which is integration of x plus 2 upon x plus 4 the whole square e raised to x dx. So this is the question. Now generally almost 80% of the time whenever we have e raised to x outside, we have to think about something which is e raised to x into f of x plus f dash of x. So we need to think about this type of form. So we need this as f of x plus its derivative so that we can just simply choose the particular option. So what we need to do is we need to just concentrate on this. So let's concentrate on that term itself inside. So I can write this as x plus, so I'm writing this as x plus 2 as x plus 4 minus 2. So x plus 4 minus 2 upon x plus 4 the whole square. So this thing can be written as 1 minus 2 upon x plus 4. So we don't need this square term because I need it in the form of f of x plus f dash of x. There is no degree as such. So let's open this up. So it is a minus b the whole square. So it is a minus 4 x plus 4 plus it's going to be this square. So it's 4 upon x plus 4 the whole square. So now let us combine these two terms. So if I'm combining this, this becomes x plus 4 minus 4. So the 4 gets cancelled out. So I'm having the term as x upon x plus 4 and plus 4 upon x plus 4 the whole square. So this is the term which I'm getting. So now let us check. Obviously this is not going to be f of x because if I find the derivative of this, I'm not going to be getting this because I have a square term, and if I take the derivative, it's always going to be higher than that because it's in the denominator. If I take the derivative of this, I might get this. So let's just check. So I have a u by v rule. So I'm taking the derivative of x, which is 1. So I'm getting x plus 4 as a first term minus, I have to take derivative of x plus 4, which is also 1, and x. So you can see clearly that the function is f of x and the derivative is this. So basically the answer for this is going to be nothing but e raised to x into f of x. So e raised to x into x upon x plus 4 plus c. So that's nothing but your option. So moving on to the next one, we need to find the value of this integration, that is x square plus 1 upon x raised to 4 minus x square plus 1. So now this thing is a bit complicated. So let's just analyze the options which are given. So we have tan inverse in majority of the options and only one sine inverse. Now just recollect, if I take the derivative of tan inverse gives you basically 1 upon 1 plus x square as the term. And sine inverse I get as 1 upon root of 1 minus x square as a term. So we are getting a root. So we can just simply guess that this thing will never give you in this format because there is a root which is to be solved. So I might not get rid of the root if I'm taking this as the option. So obviously this is going to be eliminated. Now going ahead, if I just check any of the other options, if I just see this one, if I take the derivative of this, it's going to be 1 upon 1 plus 2x square minus 1 the whole square, and I need to find the derivative of this also. So this becomes 4x. So you can see the denominator might be this, but the numerator is obviously not that. So obviously A is also not the option. So it can be either B or D, which can be an option. So just going for this, if I take the derivative of this, I'll be getting this as 1 plus x square plus 1 upon x the whole square. So upon x the whole square, so that can be written as x square, the whole square of this, and the x square goes up, into I need to find the derivative of x square plus 1 upon x. So if I'm taking the derivative of x square plus 1 upon x, it's going to be u by v rule. So derivative of x square is nothing but 2x into x, so that gives you x square, minus x square plus 1 as it is derivative of x, so it's x square minus 1 upon x square. So you get x square cancelled out, you get this cancelled out, so it is x square minus 1 which is remaining, and this term. But your option gives you x square plus 1. So this is also eliminated, so only option remaining is D. So you can see that simply by analyzing using some common sense, we can eliminate the options and we can then select the right. Moving on to the last one. So we have the function which is f of x, which is given to us as sine square pi x upon 1 plus pi x, and I need to find the integration of f of x plus f of minus x. Okay, so f of x is obviously this thing, f of minus x is going to be nothing but replacing x with minus. So if I'm doing f of x plus f of minus x, it's going to be of the form sine square pi x upon 1 plus pi raised to x, plus f of minus x is replacing the x with minus. So we know that if I'm replacing x with minus in this, the numerator, I'll be getting this as sine square minus pi x. Now I know that sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, but I'm taking square of this, so that's why the minus anyway does not matter. So it still remains sine square pi x upon. Now this thing is 1 plus pi raised to minus x if I'm replacing x with minus x. So that pi raised to minus x can be written as 1 upon pi raised to x. So taking the LCM and all that, I'll be getting this as 1 plus pi raised to x, and I'll be getting in the numerator pi raised to x. So this is the addition, or basically the integration, which I need to find. So let's take sine square pi x as common. If I'm taking sine square pi x as common, inside the bracket I will be landing with 1 plus pi raised to x, and in the denominator will be getting the same thing. So this gets cancelled. I need to find the integration of this. So it's simply finding integration of sine square pi x. So integration of sine square, so that is 1 minus cos 2 pi x by 2, the whole thing divided by 2. So integration of 1 is nothing but x by 2, and integration of cos is nothing but sine, so sine 2 pi x upon 4 pi and plus c. So that's why it's option B. So guys, as we have started with this new particular section wherein we'll be asking you set of questions, so these are the today's video's questions. So we have an integration, that is cos 4x plus 1 upon cot x minus tan x, which is given as k cos 4x plus c. I need to find the value of k. And the other one is f of x is equal to cos x minus cos square x plus cos cube x till infinity. Then I need to find the integration of this particular function. So take your time, try to analyze this set of questions and try to solve it as quickly as possible. So we are wrapping up with today's video. So let us know in the comment section how do you find these videos, whether it is helping you in your studies or not. Let us know in the comment section also what more videos, what topics you require for your preparation for the MHCET. Do like our videos, do share our videos, and do subscribe to our channel to never miss a notification. Hit the bell icon. Do stay safe in the current scenario. So keep learning, keep watching, and happy learning. So bye.